Hey guys, welcome back to Briana Thomas's podcast, and I have two special guests today, two freshmen from my gymnastics team. Who are you?
Kamyra Williams.
Emilee Thomas.
Hello guys, and how you guys doing today?
Good.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Senior year is kind of stressful for me, worrying about college, what school I'm going to, getting my FAFSA done, getting prom applications in, getting my research paper done, doing all my classes. It's pretty stressful. So, I just told you about my senior year. How is your guys' freshman year going?
It's okay. It's hard going home and having to stay up to study for stuff, but it's manageable.
Honestly, in my opinion, back when I was in 8th grade, everybody told me that high school was going to be so hard and that I was going to hate it. But it's not that bad. It's actually pretty fun. You just got to know how to manage your time and get all your work done and get good grades.
So far, has your freshman experience been everything you thought it was going to be? Like when you were in 8th grade and doing your 8th grade luncheon and things, what were you thinking high school was going to be like? And was it like that?
Well, everybody was telling me that high school was going to be really hard and I wouldn't be able to do all the things I do now. But honestly, it's not that bad. I get my work done. You just have to prioritize your time, and especially with doing sports, you have to be able to know what you need to get done and what doesn't need to get done and make some sacrifices along the way.
How do you prioritize your time?
I prioritize it by instead of watching Netflix, I barely watch TV and Netflix now. I just if I need to get my required reading done, I hurry up and read a book, and then if I have any leftover time, I'll watch Netflix and do things that are unnecessary.
Kamyra, what are some sacrifices you've had to given up while doing the strenuous work of a freshman with all the homework and stuff?
Going out with different friends and then having fun with my sister and my dad because I have to stay up to do work and then clean.
Usually, how late do you stay up at night?
Till 10.
That's late for you?
Yes. I'm going to sleep at 9, usually.
And what do your nights consist of?
Doing biology homework.
Is it hard?
Yeah.
Different from 8th grade science classes?
Yeah, because I'm being honest now, and last year I wasn't. So some of the stuff I don't know. And so with the teacher that we have and not being able to really understand what he is saying, I have to stay up longer to study.
Do you feel like you've had a big jump from middle school regular classes to high school honors classes, or are they kind of similar?
They're all kind of similar. The only class that I feel that with is biology.
Emilee, is there anything you like about high school?
I like the freedom here. It's more freedom and it's not as much the teachers are pushing everything on you. The teachers now are just get it done, and they don't really did you do your homework? Did you do this? It's more expected of you, but it's more breathing space.
And how about you, Kamyra? Is there anything you like about high school?
I like that they combine all the kids together and how not everyone is all bunched up together and you have to stay with a specific team. So like Emilee said, all the freedom that we have.
Do you guys think it was smart of them to make a separate building for freshmen so you can get acquainted first instead of jumping right into classes with seniors and stuff? You guys have your own little area, the freshman center. How do you guys feel about that?
I think that was a good idea because some of the upperclassmen can be rude sometimes, especially if you're just a little freshman and you don't know where you're going or what you're doing. And it's it gives you more time to get used to your own group, your class. Because at lunch is only almost all freshmen, so those are the people you're going to be with for your whole high school. So might as well get used to them.
What about you, Kamyra?
I feel like it wouldn't have made a difference because when I first came here, all of my classes were in the main building, so I still had to be with upperclassmen anyway.
I see. You talked about finding your way. We are almost in the third trimester of school now. Do you guys think you have found your way around this high school and know the shortcuts and hallways and everywhere, or are you still the lost freshman?
It's easy to find your way around most of the school, but like there are some places in the school that I haven't been, so like I really haven't discovered like the routes over there. But one thing I really like is how we can like go outside and then like come from the freshman all the way to the main outside. That's like a real big shortcut. But I don't know about it with this snow.
The snow is falling pretty fast. Is there anything you dislike about high school, Kamyra? What do you not like, or what is just not enticing to you, or what do you, let's not say hate, but what do you just irritate you at this school or anything?
That every morning the teachers talk about IDs and how if you don't have an ID or if you accidentally left it at home, you have to buy a new one every time you don't have it. That's it.
Do you have your ID on you at all times?
No.
$6 is kind of outrageous for an ID.
Is there anything you dislike, Emilee?
I dislike how the adults in this building sometimes jump to conclusions too fast. Like, if you're going somewhere, they're like, "Hey, where are you going? Stop right there."
It's like Mr. Krust, he does that a lot. But I think some teachers do that because they've been through the rodeo before. They know all the excuses. They know what kids are doing and what they're up to. They know your dog didn't eat your homework. Speaking of the teachers, how's the teachers at the high school? How do you vibe with them? And also, how is the food? But you can answer the teacher part first. Kamyra.
The teachers are okay. Well, some of them. Some teachers don't teach and just give you work to do and expect you to ace the test, saying that it's easy.
Yeah. The teachers here, I mean, there's a variety of teachers here. It just depends on which ones you get. But, like, most of them seem pretty cool. Other ones, like Kamyra said, they just throw work at you that's kind of, like, pointless and has nothing to do with what you're doing. And they usually, like, get angry and upset quick.
Okay. So now, you guys are on the gymnastics team with me, correct?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about being a high school athlete. How is high school athletics different from middle school athletics? Because I know you two were on the middle school Maryville gymnastics team, and now you're on the high school varsity gymnastics team. So how is that transition, or how is high school different from middle school athletics?
So the transition wasn't really hard. It was just more getting the time management. That was kind of like the hardest part. But honestly, in my opinion, middle school gymnastics was not as good as high school gymnastics. Like, high school gymnastics, you're older now, so you can hold yourself accountable for things. Like, you don't have coaches breathing down your neck telling you what to do. It's more leniency, basically.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Kamyra?
I feel like it was the same for the most part, but we travel more in high school. In middle school, we didn't really go as many places. So, like Emilee said, the time management, getting here on time to get on the bus, stuff like that.
Where are some places you guys have traveled?
Chesterton, Valpo, lots of places.
Lake Central.
Mm-hmm. So those schools, is the competition way fiercer than middle school? Like, competing against those schools, competing against seniors and stuff who have had 4 years in the sport and you're only a freshman? Because in gymnastics, you compete against any grade. It's not set up by freshmen compete against freshmen. It's where freshmen compete with sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and you just have to jump right into it. So tell me about that.
Most definitely. The competition is way different. Like, as a freshman, I thought I was gonna come in here and I was gonna do okay. You know, I thought I was just gonna get like a couple 4th, 5th places. But then I came into my first meet and I was watching them and they were just flying everywhere. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
What about you?
It was different because trying to find out like how everybody is and not knowing everyone like everybody else does. So
And I've heard like Valpo and Chesterton are number one ranked in the state, and you guys go against them. And we, because I'm on the team too, have a short amount of people on the team right now, 7 girls. And competing against 20 girls in a meet is very intimidating at times, but only 3 scores count. So this has to be a lot of pressure on you as a freshman. How do you take that pressure off yourself?
You know, in my opinion, I don't really care about winning or losing. It's just being out there, you know? You just gotta try your best, and if you don't do good, just cheer on everybody else, you know, kill them with kindness. Just smile at them, cheer for them, and the real winning is just the experience.
And you? I see. So in high school gymnastics, do you guys practice way more and stuff for middle school? How are your practices, and what do your practices consist of?
We practice every day, and the practices are more like you choose what you need to work on. You're not told to like go here, go there, and do that. You can kind of like pick what you need to work on and what needs improvement and stuff like that.
How long do you practice after school?
3 hours every day.
Is that hard? Is that a lot?
Sometimes it's hard, but not really. But I feel like it's easier to stay at school than to go home and have to come back because you don't have an excuse not to show up to practice.
And my last question is, do you guys have to give up a lot more to be on the team? As in, I know you give up time, free time and stuff. Do you give up like studying time to go to practice and stuff? Do you give up hanging with your friends on weekends? What do you guys give up?
I give up a lot. Like, gymnastics takes up a lot of time. It's not even just like practices take up time. Gymnastics is more like we hang out a lot too, so we usually have like sleepovers and outings, so you have to give up your time to go to those. And it's like we have practice on Valentine's Day too, so you gotta like give up that. And there's constant meets and stuff and hanging out with the team, but I mean it's fun, so it's not really like as bad, but you do give up a lot.
And what about you, Kamyra?
I feel like I give up some stuff, but not as much. Anyway, I feel that it's okay to give up the stuff for this sport because I really enjoy doing it, and being around everyone is fun.
Oh, that's so nice.